Alrighty, guys. Well, I have 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern on the clock here, so I'm going to get this thing started. I know we have some people coming in from the waiting room, but hey, we're here, guys. Welcome, one and all. We are here for tonight's David Allen Capital Broker Opportunity Overview. My name is McGuire Tate. Can't be more thrilled to be here with you guys here tonight. I'm a part of the DAC corporate team. I'm also a broker in the field, so working on the inside, making sure some lights stay on, but also meeting, greeting, informing business owners, making an impact, as we say that we do every single day here at DAC. So, like I said, super thrilled to be here with you guys. I appreciate everybody making some time to be out here with us tonight, as we're going to go over what it means to be a part of the opportunity to be a broker with David Allen Capital, make an impact to business owners out there. And we're here to shed light on the opportunity, knowing that it may not be for every person, right? But we want to relay what it means to have this opportunity in your corner and see if this may be a good fit for you. We have some slides that we go through. So, like I said, I'm going to go through some slides and then we'll go to the next part of tonight. But I'm really thrilled to get into this with you guys. So, without further ado, I will pop these up here. Just give me a moment to share my screen and then we'll get going. For those of you just getting in, welcome. Great to have everyone here. We're going to get going with this DAC broker overview in just a moment here. All right. Somebody from the team, just let me know you can see it and I'll get going.
Yes, we can.
All right, beautiful. All righty, guys. Well, hey, we're here to talk about the business loan broker opportunity. Funding the front line of capitalism is what we do. Serve business owners, build an agency along the way. You have that opportunity to do so and get paid well to do both. All right. So, what we're talking about here, it's a really big opportunity to serve business owners out there and scale your own income at the same time. So, there's businesses out there that need funding. The banks have to say no. The DAC funding platform comes through and delivers the best offers, best offer approvals for that business. You earn fast commissions and you can build an agency team as well. Like I said, this is a nationwide impact. So we service all of the United States, Puerto Rico, parts of Canada. This isn't just limited to your local vicinity. So this big opportunity here is to serve business owners and scale your income, like I mentioned. These businesses, they need funding. I don't know why it's not. Give me a second. There we go. Oh, 1 second, guys. Love the technical difficulties. There we go. No license required with this opportunity. DAC does have a certification that is required, which is provided by us free of cost. So zero cost to get this thing launched. You are paid fast daily commissions. You have a scalable team, income potential as well with remote ready, mobile friendly activity. And this is flexible, scalable, all online. So you plus a growing agency equals scalable income stream. So for example, you may help a business acquire $80,000 in working capital, and maybe you'd earn 3,200 on that. It's pretty nice. One of your personal brokers could do the same, and you'd earn about 320 on that deal that you may not have even played a part of facilitating. So you can kind of start doing the math in your head, right? Would you want 10 brokers, 50 brokers? How many brokers would you want to potentially earn on their production as you help them and make sure that they're out there making the impact as well? So what does the DAC broker actually do? Well, I'll break this down very simply for you. So the businesses, they need that working capital to do whatever it is to grow or get their business through a pinch. You connect them to our online funding platform, and our experts take over from there. They get them funded and get you paid as soon as one day. So you earn on your own deals as well as your agencies too, like I mentioned. So with DAC, we provide leverage and not debt. What do I mean by this? Debt, we say, is money taken and spent. It goes away. Where leverage is money that's acquired to help grow or fuel that business, propel it to a place that it wasn't currently at, right? So we help the businesses to grow and profit more. That's the overall goal. We get them the capital they need, but overall, we want that business to grow, profit, boost itself, and get to a better place than it was before. That's what working capital does, right? So what are some examples of leverage funding plays in action? We call these fuel plays. Well, could be expanding to another location. They might have an inventory discount to take advantage of. They need some new equipment. they need a remodeling of their store, or they need some more crew, right, to take on a project, maybe some expanded seating. They need to be able to seat more customers, or just say yes to a job, right? Some upfront project costs. So sometimes it's not always leverage isn't always for growth. We have rescue plays, what we call rescue plays, and that's getting a business through a tight pinch that might not have been expected, right? So that's a restaurant that needs to get, they're a little bit behind on their rent. They have equipment that's currently broken or down that they need to repair. They got some payroll they need to get out on time, might be out of stock completely on some inventory, some tax issues, or some things that they need to settle with some legal fees, or they're just in some sort of a pinch, right? That we know that we can get them through to the other side. And it's even though it's not a leverage play, it's a very smart rescue play that's going to get them through that time. But why business funding? All in all, right? Millions of businesses cannot get funding from their banks. So they're either left with nothing or some other alternative solution, right? And that's what we'll touch on in a moment here. But this is the most underserved market here in America. There's 30 million and more small businesses out there in America, and 27 million of them are not bank eligible. So these are some statistics of American businesses where 1 out of 3 businesses will fail in the first 2 years, half of them within the first 5, and 2 out of 3 businesses, you pass by 3 businesses, 2 out of 3 of them are most likely going to fail in the first 10 years. And we can really be that difference. You can be that difference between them growing or them having to close down. And the number one reason they cited for that failure was 82% said lack of access to working capital. So most would assume that that's what the bank's for. The banks are there to hold your money, get you money when you need it. But the reality is here that banks are really great for about 10% of the businesses out there, right? Leaving the other 90% just not qualified. This is not an option for them to pursue for their business. So why are so many rejected? Well, let's break it down. We'll literally go hand in hand and show the major differences here. So with traditional bank lending, you must have collateral to put up. You'll have to have 2+ years of profitable tax returns, a 700 plus FICO score. That business plan for the funds actually has to be approved. And usually it's a long, complex application process. Could take anywhere from a few weeks to, even 3 months to wait for a decision. It all depends on the paperwork and getting things filed to where that leaves about, less than 1 million businesses who truly qualify could take action with traditional bank funding. So that's where the solution came, was the alternative capital space, where with this funding, there's no collateral required. We just look at your last 3 months of statements with 15K or higher in revenue. We've got a 550 plus FICO score, which is okay. You can use the funds freely. There's no restrictions on this. So whatever the business owner deems necessary for the funding. And this is a very simple, quick 5-minute online application, funds in one business day, which leaves over 9 million businesses who do qualify, and another 20 million other who qualify for our instant funding, which is the $3,000 to $15,000 in monthly sales range, right? So you can see that there's a major difference between these two. Obviously, this is there for those who just can't get those funding through their traditional bank options, right? So this industry itself, it's a $300 billion industry that most businesses don't even know exists, quite frankly. In 2024, it was up 11% to 284.5 billion. The expectations are for this industry to grow to 378.6 by 2028. And our goal with DAC, our first goal is just to achieve 1% of this market, 1% of this massive market that we're in, which would be 3 billion funded. That's 210 million in broker commissions. That'd be a really, really good year. And we believe that this is very achievable with bringing people on who really just want to make an impact, quite frankly. That's really what it takes. The businesses are out there. They are getting the funding that they need. But quite frankly, they need to have that information about us. And we need more brokers who are willing to get out there and just make that known to these business owners, right? So this is really finally the business funding that works for the other 90% that have either tried with their banks or just, quite frankly, don't know where to begin when it comes to getting some capital for their business. So the problem here, as great as the alternative lending space is, there's not one lender that's best for every business out there. So there's over 100 providers out there in the space. About 20 of them are genuinely great to have in our network, right? And even amongst the best 20, there isn't one who's best for every business at every individual moment. So, certain lenders could be really into a certain industry that month and not in others, or monthly sales amount could differ from between lenders, time in business, credit score, etc. So there's not going to be a specific time where a lender is going to be best for every industry, every business, and that's why we solved this. What we do? We launched the Bank Breezy funding platform. This is awesome, guys. One application leads to all the top funders in the space, best offer very quickly. And we created this, guys. It's a 1 minute, 5 minute online application, leads to the best providers. They compete for the deal, right? So they're not only providing extraordinary offers, they're actually competing, knowing that they're not the only lender who's fighting to get that business the funding that they need. And the best offer is delivered usually in one business day. Simple, convenient setup for those unbankable 90% out there who are just trying to make it happen and need some working capital to do the dang thing, right? So what kind of offers do they get? We have our core rate preferred funding product. This usually leads to an approval amount of 1 to 2 times what they're doing in monthly revenue. So for example, 100K monthly could lead to 100 to 200K in funding. We don't like to talk rates. We actually get right down to the dollar amount. We believe that rates, not talking down on traditional bank funding, but it can lead to some confusion when you talk about APR, over years, things accruing, and what does that mean per year? And we like to say, what are you borrowing in working capital? What are you paying back? What is the literal absolute cost of the funding? So that ranges anywhere with core rate from 1.15 times to 1.25 times the funded amount. So example, on this 100K here, the funding repayment would be anywhere from 115,000 to 125,000. So for this core rate product, you need to have 2+ years in business, 15,000 or higher in monthly revenue, and 680 plus FICO score. So we always try to get them the core rate, get them approved for the core rate. But if they don't qualify, we'll move over into our flex rate funding, which offers to find their best available option, right? Lowering from this core rate. So this flex rate marketplace best offer, this approval amount ranges anywhere from half to 1 times the monthly revenue that they're doing. So on $20,000 example, they could expect anywhere from 10 to 20,000 for an offer. And the cost of capital a little bit higher on this, as it leads to a little bit more risk, right? This is a slightly higher risk pool, 1.26 times to up to 1.5 times. So on a $50,000 example, the repayment would be anywhere from 63,000 up to 75. And for this, it's a lower requirement. So it's going to be 6+ months in business, 15,000 or higher in monthly revenue for the business, and then a 550 FICO. So we're always going to fight to get them what they qualify for. Obviously going to get them the best of the best, but know that there's tiers to what we can get for them. And that's what allows us to find those absolute best offers for that business in that specific time with whatever stage they're at in their business, right? Now, we say if the benefit outweighs the cost, then they proceed. We will never fund a deal inside of DAC that, there isn't a legitimate reason that's talked with our team. If somebody said, hey, I just have a lot of, past payments or debts that I need to clear up, and this would really just, put me in a good mental space, our team would really advise them not to get that funding, because there's no, once you pay those debts away, you're still now paying on something that didn't boost your business forward. It didn't really generate anything for your business that now deems it right worth the cost, which in this case is the literal cost of the funding. But what does it cost you and your livelihood and your business if it's not for a great reason to boost your business, fuel your business, just like we say, right? It's got to be a fuel play, or sometimes they're in a pinch. But other than that, we're rocking. If we get them an offer and it's right, then we move forward. So we operate with transparency, and that's just how we roll. So anyone who's with us knows that it really has an impact on our clients. And I just want to mention that because that's something that really does separate us, that we do things the right way, the honest way, and we do a pretty darn good job at it. All right. So we don't determine the cost of the funds, but we do guarantee the best offer for the client. If your client somehow finds a better offer for the same type of funding, we'll pay them a $500 Visa gift card. We've had this in place, I believe, since day one, and we have yet to pay this out. So that just goes to show that, we obviously don't like to toot our own horn, but we do pride ourselves in the fact that we are genuinely finding the best offers in the space for that business at that time, and we can go to bat for them, letting them know that we're always going to work on their behalf while they're working hard, being the business owner. We're going to be fighting to get them those offers. And you see that visual here on the left, right? That's an example, a visual example of that happy business owner. Some were declined, right? Wasn't the right time for maybe some of those lenders. You've got some good offers, and you've got that at about the 1 o'clock dial, that large, best offer for them. And we do pride ourselves in this. I can't say that enough. All right, a little bit about DAC. We have a 4.6 on Trustpilot, working to always improve that, but we've got some great reviews from our clients along the way. We're a nationwide business. We're based out of Michigan, 10 years strong, financially stable every single year with very experienced leadership. Our founder, David Rutz, has 30 plus years of proven experience, proven success with the home-based business industry, and we have a corporate team with over 100 years combined. So a lot of wisdom, a lot of help, and experience in our team. Since we've launched Bank Breezy, we've helped serve over 300,000 businesses. So this isn't new to us, right? We're constantly meeting brand new business owners, seeing how we can help them make an impact for them. And our broker impact goal with DAC is to have 100,000 active brokers who are making that impact right now. And we really do believe that we can achieve that. It's not unreasonable by any means. And we believe once we get there, we'll truly be on our way to be making the impact that we want to. So here's some images here, just some examples of the sites that you would get as a broker with DAC. We supply you with your own replicated websites for you to share to your clients where they can read up on the funding, get some knowledge about the funding product as they, before they would go in and apply, lets them know some of the requirements if you haven't already gone over that with them prior. Some frequently asked questions, and this is actually the first page of the application where they'll get that started. And we also supply you guys with marketing material for your social squares, for you to go on your social feeds and post about DAC, so you're not flying blind with that either. And this really does start with you. The success of this business starts with you, obviously. But what we're doing here is you're helping those business owners grow, and you're also helping yourself by getting paid fast with bonuses to make that happen. So we also offer some supplemental services as well. We have merchant processing. Our dual pricing is helping business owners save on their fees that they pay by accepting credit cards. I know it sounds crazy, but it exists. We also have our instant gig funding that I mentioned prior, up to 10,000 for those side hustlers, solopreneurs with sales between 3 and 15,000 a month. But our main focus here is our business funding product up to 2 million, built for those business owners doing 15,000 or up per month, which leaves 9 million plus businesses within our wheelhouse here, right? And obviously there you see our core rate and flex rate. Doesn't matter, where that business is in their current stage. We're going to fight for them, making sure that we find their absolute best offer, no matter what that is at the time. And if it's good for them, we proceed. So to talk to you guys, I'm going to move into the back portion of this, which is how you are compensated as brokers, which is pretty important, right? So funded client get paid the very next day. You're one conversation away from your next payday. That's the truth. And there's no limit to how many you can have, right? There's no cap to how much you can earn with DAC. If you take this to the moon and you're earning, between $30,000 and $50,000 a month, and that's just the lifestyle and the business that you've built and you've grown, no one's going to come in and say, hey, you broke the system, right? This pay plan, what we have going on is meant to make as large of an impact as you possibly can, with no barriers, right? And like it says down there, this is a nationwide territory. So if you've got a cousin in Washington and you're over there in Pennsylvania, it doesn't matter. There's businesses all around us that need our help yesterday. They need our help tomorrow, and they need our help today. So there's no limit on the impact you can make. All right. Every funding equals fast income. You can earn anywhere from 40 to 80% of the bonus revenue. Bonus revenue is what DAC brings in or earns. So on a $100,000 example, the BR would be on average 8,000 there. You earn anywhere from 40 to 80% of that, which would be anywhere from 3,200 to 6,400 in this example. If the BR was a little bit lower on this deal, If it was 4,000, you'd earn anywhere from 40 to 80%, which would be 1,600 to 32. So sometimes it does vary based on the lender, the timing, what the pricing is on it. It really all depends. But as you climb in your pay, this is an example of how you can earn anywhere from 40 to 80%. And this is just another example. 10,000 BR, 4,000 to 8,000, right? So here's an example of the ladder that you would be climbing as a broker with DAC, right? So you can, like, here's the 40 all the way to 80% with all of those descriptions. You've got your MGA, manager, general agency, SGA, your supervisor, general agency, and your NMO, your national marketing organization. So as you help clients get funding, you grow your own income, but you're also scaling this ladder, right? Growing your potential commission amount on your next deal. And this, you obviously, to get here, like it says right there, you have certified brokers. So that's something that is a requirement with DAC. Once you get started, we do have a certification that gets you to that starting level, that 40%, and through your own production and helping clients, you work your way up that ladder. So you can see here that earning on a funding, it can change significantly for you depending on where you are in that ladder, right? So the market needs more brokers. I know I said this prior, but it's so true. And we talk about this all the time with DAC. It's an underserved, undersaturated market with unbelievable timing here, guys. Just to make a quick comparison, the real estate industry, which is a great industry. I know people who earn very well in it, right? But some statistics here, 4.7 million homes sold with 3 million agents. This is a statistic from 2025, I believe, which leaves only 1.58 homes sold per agent. Still a great opportunity. And the margin for income in that industry is so high that you don't even have to sell that many homes, but you really do earn great on it. But if you look at this statistic here, right? 1.58 homes per agent sold, where there's the business funding industry here with 9 million plus needing businesses needing some sort of working capital option with not even 100,000 loan brokers out there right now. So this market is screaming for people to make an impact, just to truly come alongside, put their hand on a business owner's shoulder and say, I've got you. I'm a real person. I'm not a guy who calls 1,000 people a day in, Queens, New York. I'm not, going to be banging on your door, chasing you down. I just want to let you know about this opportunity. That if it could ever benefit you, we're here. And that's just simply what we need. So this market, it's screaming for an impact to be made. 90 businesses per broker, unbelievable, crazy good opportunity with another 20 million others for our instant business funding that fit between that 3 and 15K. All right, guys. So support local by adding other brokers. I know we've touched on it. But we like to say, buddy up. What is your impact? You can only do so much as one person, right? But together you help more businesses, you earn overrides on their clients, and you're not limited to just your city, right? So like I mentioned, if you've got a friend or an acquaintance or a family member in Washington and you're sitting over here in Pennsylvania, the odds are that your impact may not be so great in Washington. It could be, but why not have more boots on the ground and expand and amplify your efforts so that obviously they're earning in an opportunity that's benefiting them, right? But you are earning overrides, you're benefiting yourself, and all in all, more businesses are being helped than they would have without, right? So how your agency can expand, you really learn to effectively support one area, you duplicate that into many markets as you want. And sorry there, my computer froze. There we go. That's popping up. And you duplicate that as many times as you possibly can. I know it went to the next slide there, but I was finishing up. Essentially, you duplicate it, you learn how to do it, you duplicate it, and you build leaders into other folks who have the same passion and vision as you. It's, I know I went over that briefly, but obviously there's more details that go into that. However, all in all, the action of it is very simple, right? If you're leading with your passion and you're leading with what you believe in, you find you attract others who do the same. They duplicate it, they do the same. And that's really all we can control. It's not only brokers, but just people in life, right? So the agency income is an enroller. You earn 4%, as well as your override spread, right? So the difference between you and those who are new or in your agency, that's what you would earn, the difference between your percentages and theirs. So on a $100,000 example, you've got 8,000 BR, which is what we bring in. 40% would be a $3,200 commission for your broker. And as the enroller commission, that 4% would lead to 8,000 BR, or 4% of that 8,000 BR, sorry, would be $320. And that override spread, being that you're at the 60% and they're at the 40% mark, you're going to earn that extra 20% override spread, which would lead to, in this example, another extra 1,600. So you can see how bringing in brokers, making sure that they're caught up to speed, making sure that they have a goal to climb that ladder as well, can lead to you not only getting that override spread, that difference, but also the enroller, right? So as you go up the ladder, you earn more on your own clients. You're going to earn more on your agency's clients as well, because they're just in the midst of it. They're doing the thing the same way you are. They have the same opportunity as you. So why aren't they going to be getting after it, right? But another agency income, in addition to the override spreads, is a 5-level agency pay, which, as you can see here on the left, you've got your team pay levels, the payout percentage of the BR determines what level you are at. And you got 80% leadership override. So to give a quick example on this, here you are on the left here, you got Lisa, who's your broker on the right. You're going to earn 2% of her entire team's BR. Oops. It just skipped to the next slide there. But that's the example there. You would earn a percentage of her entire team's BR. So here's an example, more spread out here. You've got your personal commissions. So because you're at the 60%, Lisa there's at the 50%, you can see you're earning that 10% override spread. That's the difference, right? And then you've got your leadership override. So because where you are at in your rank, you're earning 2% on Lisa's team, 2% on Joe's team, but not in Tony's team, right? Because you need to be qualified in those areas to earn on those levels down. So we go through this deeper in the comp plan. I don't want to get too into this, but just know that this is an additional layer or level to your compensation that you can earn as a broker. You've got your override spreads as well as your leadership overrides, and you have to get qualified to do this. But once you do, and you've got a team that's rocking, it becomes quite lucrative. It adds up very quickly, and those override checks that go out every month, you can talk to our leaders that are on our huddle calls every day. They're a beautiful thing to see, and that just comes from activity, straight up. So the training, we provide training and extras. We all, the opportunity with DAC, you have tools and systems to increase your potential that we provide for you, right? So you are offered a complimentary and ready to go business system. You have a step-by-step sales process plan. You have a back office that supports all of your information to see all your deals and broker activity. You've got agent training to get you certified fast, get you up to speed and in the game. You've got agent resources, promo tools, marketing tools, everything ready at your disposal. You've got a funding platform that works on your behalf the second that business owner applies, completely free of cost. And to wrap that up, it's all free for brokers. Everything I mentioned, there's zero cost to it. We want to see you succeed, and we don't mind earning a little on your success, but we want to make sure that we can support you and get you there with as little risk as possible. The only risk that you'd be bringing to this is a little bit of your time, but like I say, anything in life that's worth something does take a little bit of time. That's just how life goes. I would say, unfortunately, but it's fortunate. It's all we can do. Support and community. We have a 24/7 live broker group for you to plug into. We've got live daily coaching. We are live every Monday through Friday on our daily, we call them huddles. We get together and get motivated. We share some live stories and get back out on our day. We've got real support, real people ready to take your calls and emails whenever you have something to bring to us. And our leaders only win when you do. So this isn't a cliquey company where you're going to reach out to somebody and they may not feel like they have the time for you or whatever that may be. It doesn't matter. The community that we've built in this company, we believe you can reach out to any broker that's a leader within our company, and they'd help you whether you're in their agency or not. We have people who genuinely want others to be able to make that impact, do it in the right way, do it in an efficient way. So we've got great leaders in this company that Obviously, if they're your leader, they're going to win when you do. But we have people that want to just see you win in general. So you're never flying blind or alone with this opportunity. So we say we have our money where our mouth is guaranteed. We say we don't make a dime until you make a dollar. That's the absolute truth. We offer a better way here to serve and succeed. There's no fees here, no risk to you except for a little bit of time here. No fine print that's gonna come out of the woodworks on you, and you have fast commissions possible. We don't win unless you first win. So, in summary, this is a business that you can scale from anywhere nationwide. 9 million business out there that are in need at some point of what we are here to help, which is working capital, the best offers on working capital for them. Another 20 plus million in the gig funding space, those ranges. We have a small business solution. That solution for those small businesses, a proven platform that's been here since day one, and expert support along the way. Got a real solution here, a real need. Now it's just time to go out there and make a real impact. That's what we do, and that's what you would be doing with us every single day. So make a difference, create your own money machine, get paid fast to do it, get paid monthly. Like I said, those override checks, those team checks to go out, get paid on teams. You have that opportunity. You don't have to, but that is definitely on the table and available for you. And you're never in this alone, right? If you can follow a system and talk to business owners, this works. It's just about how many can you educate. Can you get in their corner? Can you get to that level with them where they know you, they trust you? And at some point, if they have to have that conversation with you, if there's something that comes up, you're the guy or the gal that they want to get on the phone with and speak about it. So in summary, there's no barriers, no excuses. You could start this part-time, anytime, whatever fits for you. You have no license except a free DAC certification that we have you go through. Zero to launch, zero risk. Work from anywhere, and you can launch in one day. You could honestly launch in less than an hour. It just takes getting joined with us and getting your info sent out to you, getting some things set up. It really doesn't take that much, but we did put everything here in place to make sure that you got everything that you need to get out there and make that impact as quickly and efficiently as possible. Couldn't say it any more plainly. So this works. The only question is it for you, and are you ready to move? So where do you stand? We like to just throw this out at this point of the broker opportunity. Are you a one? Not for me. This just doesn't seem like a great fit, but I may refer this to others. I may throw this out to some that I might feel like it's a fit for, or you're a two. I'd like to kick the tires a little bit. Tell me a little bit more, search into some more details. If you're a two, I would just ask you to get with who invited you out here tonight. Maybe have a chat with them if you have some more questions that you'd like to go through one-on-one. If you're a one, I'd like to say, hey, I really appreciate you coming out here tonight. We know this isn't for everybody. Sometimes it's timing. Sometimes it's just an overall not a great fit. And we just can't appreciate you enough for being out here with us tonight. And who knows, maybe it might be a better fit for you at another time. Or if you're a three, you're saying, hey, let's go. I was ready 30 minutes ago. Why are you still yapping at me? I'm ready to launch. Beautiful. You would still want to get with who invited you out here tonight. Let them know that you're ready to go, and they can get you the link where you would get on and get joined with us, right? So genuinely ask yourself this. It's okay if you're a one or a two. This is a very real thing for people, and sometimes it just may be a little bit too much, or they're feeling like, hey, I'm ready to do this thing. Let's see how this goes for me. I'm ready to make an impact. I don't care what I got to do to get there. So we know that there's a fine line there, but hey, if you're ready to roll with us, we'd be more than lucky and willing to have you. All right. So can't thank you enough. Really appreciate you guys for spending a little bit of time here with us. I know we're here on the East Coast, approaching that dark time of night. So I know it takes some time out of people's day to be here with us, and I just want to share some appreciation and gratitude to you guys. We'd love to have you on the DAC team. We'd love just anyone who is just passionate about helping others, especially business owners, and wants to make a real impact and isn't afraid to get in and do it. That's what we're here for. So 4 steps to getting started. I'll go through this real quick, and then we will move to our second portion of tonight. So step 1 would be get started, right? 100% on us. All that you would have to do is spend a little bit of time getting joined and then getting certified, which is number 2 here. Once you do get joined with us, you'll get 2 emails. One of them is all of your join welcome letter. It's all your good need to know information, all of your live replicated information. The second email is going to have your information to get certified. So that's why it says watch for your invite there. And then three, get going, right? Share the platform, let people, your warm market know, let your social platforms know that you're here with this opportunity, this resource for those who may need it or know somebody who needs it. And then four, get positioned, get yourself supporting some clients, climbing that ladder, growing your agency if that's something that you want to do. Get yourself moving up the ladder so where if you are earning a check, whatever point that is, you're earning more than you did before, and that comes from doing activities, supporting clients, helping them get funding, bringing a new client or new brokers, helping them do the same. It's very duplicatable. So choose your path to success. There's a few ways you could be a broker with DAC, and we're putting this out there just for you to start pondering on which path you think may fit you best, right? So we've got solo broker, who you help meet, greet, and inform business owners. You earn from those personal efforts. Then you've got a broker enroller, where you're earning from brokers that you bring in and mentor. You help them with whatever they need, get them rolling, get them comfortable, get them going. And then we have an agency builder, which earns from agency expansion. So it's essentially a broker enroller who's planting flags right nationwide and building other broker enrollers who are essentially growing their agencies as well. So as similar as two and three may seem to each other, there's actually a big difference and it's completely fine one way or another. But agency builders are those who are saying, I am going to plant my flag as far and wide as I can, whether that's meeting brand new brokers or just people that I already know, whatever it may be. It does take, some effort to put forth to be that. And it's completely fine if you're saying, hey, I just want to be a solo broker. We've got folks who do that, and it's just as, beneficial, right, as far as making an impact. But there's no question that agency builder is going to be spreading wide and earning some pretty lucrative income on the backside. So I would just say ponder this. If you need to take a mental note or a screenshot of this if you need to think on it. But once you do, let your enroller know and start building on it today, right? Plant your foot in the sand, plant your flag, whatever you want to say. Just start moving forward from there, whatever you decide. And it's okay if you want to change your mind at another point as well. Every day is a brand new day, right? So thank you guys again. We like I mentioned a few times now. Appreciate you guys being here. We'd love to have you on the team. And that's as simple as it is, guys.